This is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us on this Friday Eve. I'm Jacqueline Matter.
I thought you said it's Friday. No.
I wish. Almost there.
Yeah, it is Thursday, and it's also quite windy out there right now. I'm Ray Collins. Let's go to John Scalzi now on the Weather Center with the details.
Yeah,
Hey, John.
little Friday, that's what we call it. Little Friday. We're almost there anyway. Hey, do you guys ever want to go up in one of those B-52s or whatever those planes are they're going to have down in Venice?
I actually have done that before.
Have you?
Yeah.
Must be a real rattly ride, I'm thinking.
Yeah, it's not the most pleasant, but part of history. So definitely
Exactly
urge
right.
people to get out and head out to Venice for that.
It's going to be fantastic. Weather's going to cooperate too, it looks like. This morning it is a little bit breezy out there, kind of a gusty wind actually, but those winds will be subsiding as we progress through time. Good news is we don't have fog to worry about. We don't have any rain showers to worry about. Morning commute should be A-OK. Taking a look at the Cortez Bridge webcam put into motion, you can see the cars coming by. Nice crisp image of the headlights, so no haze even in the atmosphere. The air has dried out thanks to that front that moved through yesterday, produced a spotty shower here or there, not much in terms of the rainfall bucket for our area, but all of the showers now pushing to the south and high pressure building in promises us more sunshine as we head through the day. Daytime highs will be cooler though, coming in the low 70s. Have that complete forecast for you coming up in a few.
All right, talk to you soon. Thank you, John. Checking Suncoast traffic right now as you wake up on this Thursday morning. A little slowdown in the area of 301 southbound, just south of 70. Otherwise, nothing major right now. We've got a live shot to show you in a moment of the situation on University Parkway. Quiet there. There's a shot of the overpass where you see all the construction going on. That'll be winding down, by the way, in August. Scheduled to anyway, in time for the big rowing event later on this year. Back to the maps now. We'll show you the South County area. Nothing to speak of right now as you wake up at 6:03 on this Thursday morning.
Topping our news at this hour, new details on the investigation into a suspicious incident at a Sarasota home last week after a man who lived there was arrested for allegedly buying bomb-making materials.
Investigators and hazmat crews searched this home on Tonga Drive after the arrest of Kenneth Iverson in Hillsborough County. Now, he lives there reportedly with his mother part-time. Investigators removed small amounts of chemicals that they say may have been used to make drugs, but no criminal charges have been filed. However, Iverson is still behind bars in Hillsborough County for 3 outstanding warrants. He's facing several charges, including drug possession and resisting arrest.
Well, more money being offered for information leading to an arrest in the fatal shooting of a man in Lakewood Ranch. Alexander Chirp's body was found with gunshot wounds outside of his car on February 4th in the parking lot of Greenbrook Park. The Gold Star Club of Manatee County is now offering a $5,000 reward for information in that murder. Crime Stoppers also offering an additional $3,000 reward. Anyone with information should contact the Manatee County Crime Stoppers using the number on your screen. As the fight against the growing heroin epidemic continues, Drug-Free Manatee is looking to save more lives by training the community on how to respond to an overdose. The organization now offering free training courses on how to use Narcan, an antidote that helps reverse the effects of an overdose. It's available at CVS pharmacies in Manatee County without a prescription. And today's training course will be held from 9 to 11 o'clock this morning at the Manatee County Public Library in Bradenton. Another one will also be held tomorrow at the same place from 10 to 12.
Well, after weeks of hearings and weeks of public input, Manatee County commissioners have finally made a decision on a plan to expand mining operations in the county. Commissioners are allowing Mosaic to rezone 3,600 acres of land to allow more phosphate mining at their Wingate East property. Now, those who live near the land in Micah City aren't very happy.
We've been good neighbors, and we want to continue to be good neighbors.
Our well water, our bath water, our drinking water, our peace and tranquility, the dust and the radiation that comes through the air across the road, the sounds of the equipment 24/7. I mean, it'll just disrupt our whole world all the way around.
Now, commissioners are requiring Mosaic to remove several pipes away from wetlands due to environmental concerns. Big turnout for last night's candidates forum of Sarasota City Commission candidates. 8 candidates running for 2 at-large seats on the commission. Issues last night included the usual: homelessness, affordable housing, traffic issues. We talked to some of those at the debate last night.
I think it's important to check out who's running and how they stand and what their issues are and if they're the same as mine.
Everybody's got a different view of which direction they want to go, and as you can see by downtown, I think we've gone in the wrong direction.
The election takes place next month, Tuesday, March 14th.
The city of Venice will pay millions of dollars to fix an issue that has been overlooked for decades. At least 750 homes within city limits are not zoned properly. That's because they're zoned for the county, not the city. And it all began back in 1978 when properties were annexed into the city from Sarasota County. However, nobody changed that designation. City leaders now deciding to streamline the process of rezoning all of those properties without charging homeowners.
They estimated it at about $2,500 a home, 750 homes. That'd be just under $2 million of lost revenue.
That is $2 million in lost revenue a year. Now, the mayor says this is one of several issues that the city had previously been unaware of, and now they're left to fix it. Meanwhile, Venice City Council members have also decided not to change downtown roadways to one-way streets. The idea had been proposed to turn Venice Avenue into a one-way street to help increase the flow of traffic coming into downtown. However, City Council members say that would not fall into the original layout plan for the city.
As negotiations continue to bring the Atlanta Braves to Northport for spring training, there are now some discussions as to how do you pay for this. The Tourist Development Council will meet today in Venice to go over proposed changes to the bed tax distribution. The county is proposing to use $1.3 million per year from that tax to build a new complex for the Braves in Northport. The board will make a recommendation to county commissioners this spring. We're learning more now about a proposal for new leash laws in the city of Sarasota. Right now, dogs are required to be on a leash in some areas, but not others. Well, city commissioners are looking at a plan to have all dogs leashed while at a city park. The exception, of course, dog parks. Reaction we're hearing so far is mixed.
I think it's good for some dogs that their owners aren't responsible, but for the people who have dogs that enjoy running around and meeting other dogs, I think it's a shame.
There will be several more votes and public hearings before the new leash regulations would take effect.
A ribbon-cutting ceremony will be held today to celebrate the opening of a new multi-use trail in Venice.
It is this morning at 9 a.m. near West Venice Avenue and Park Boulevard. The trail runs through Heritage Park. Work has been underway now for months to widen the existing trail and make it handicap accessible. Construction was completed just last Tuesday.
Also beginning today, you will have the chance to explore pieces of World War II history as the Wings of Freedom tour flies back onto the Suncoast. The tour will feature the B-17 Flying Fortress, B-24 Liberator, B-25 Mitchell Bomber, and the P-51 Mustang Fighter, as well as several other World War II aircrafts. It all starts at 2 o'clock this afternoon at the Venice Airport and wraps up at the airport again on Sunday. Certainly a pretty good experience there to get out if you can enjoy that this weekend. Hopefully it won't rain. We'll hold off.
A nice event to go see, right?
Definitely. And Circus Sarasota honoring the work that several local nonprofit organizations do for our community.
This morning, the circus is inviting 40 groups, over 800 people, to a special performance. Circus Sarasota says it wants to reinforce the Circus Arts Conservatory's mission to improve the quality of life for individuals in care facilities. And boy, the circus is moving forward since last week's mishap, and it would be nice if those that were injured last week could make a final wave to the crowd by the final show in March.
Would be awesome.
You know, some
really
of those
great.
who were injured are back on the wire.
Some of them
yeah,
are, yes.
when I went out there and saw the circus, I was actually very surprised the day after, a couple days after it happened.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Yeah.
I was at the hospital. It was all level 1 trauma.
Right.
It didn't sound good.
No.
But fortunately, it's mostly orthopedic injuries.
And tomorrow on Suncoast View, Nick Wallinder will be a guest host, so that'll be kind of interesting.
He's great. Great personality.
Yes,
Be good to see.
awesome.
We are looking at some very pleasant weather today, I think, especially as we head into the afternoon. Winds will die down, sun will come out.
Tomorrow.
Birds will chirp,
Boy,
rainbows will shine.
You gonna sing?
There'll be a song in your heart. It'll all be great. We'll talk about that forecast in a second.
Still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast, grandparents all across the country are finding themselves falling victim to a scam while they think they're helping their own grandchildren. Details coming up after the break.
These are our heroes. They have sacrificed so much to serve our country. And now Granny Nannies is truly honored to serve them. We're here and we're ready to help. Call us today.
The official Suncoast Storm team at ABC7. We're here for you.
I owed the IRS $10,000.
I owed the IRS $20,000.
The IRS garnished my wages.
They put a lien on my house.
The IRS is the most powerful collection agency in the world. They do not give up until you pay.
I couldn't sleep. We were being audited. I called Tax Solutions Now, and a great big weight was lifted off my shoulders.
I called Tax Solutions Now, and they got the IRS off my back.
Tax Solutions Now had my wage garnishment lifted in 48 hours.
Tax Solutions Now can get you help. Our agents know the rules, can stop the pain, and get you the best deal.
We saved our home and overcame the most powerful collection agency in the world.
We connect you with a team of former IRS agents and tax professionals who get the IRS off your back. Time is running out. Call Tax Solutions Now.
Call 1-800-565-7740. That's 1-800-565-7740.
Florida's last private island is a waterfront lifestyle like no other. This is Harbor Isle, just 5 minutes from the sugar sand beaches of Anna Maria Island. This sun-splashed paradise invites you to enjoy natural adventures and all the recreation of a tropical resort. Island coach homes and waterfront condos are now available from the high 400s. Don't miss the Luxury by the Bay event, Saturday, January 21st from noon till 4 p.m. at Harbor Isle. Water ski show, luxury cars, wine tasting, model home tours, and more.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
What to do when your heating or air conditioning needs service or, heaven forbid, replacement? Call Air Now today. We've been serving Sarasota and Manatee counties since 1946. We offer $49.95 tune-ups, lease or finance options, and remember, service today or it's free.
Luxury for less at Alex Karras Lincoln. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKZ Sports Utility for $249 per month or 2017 MKZ for $299 per month. We are proud to introduce the newest addition to the Lincoln lineup, the all-new 2017 Lincoln Continental. We have a great selection and ready for immediate delivery. Alex Karras Lincoln, affordable luxury, winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award, serving Florida's Suncoast since 1978. We're located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
At Granny Nannies, we provide your loved ones with the care they deserve, compassionate and experienced help right where you need it most, at home. Visit us at grannynannies.com.
A helping hand and a gentle heart.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
Breezy start to the morning. We have a little bit of cloud cover out there as well. We have a wind out of the north-northwest coming in at about 15, but gusts have been higher, over 20. We're looking at a 64 as an air temperature, but dew point is lower today, coming in at 55. So that feels very comfortable. We really haven't gotten the cold air to, haven't gotten the cooler air to arrive in yet, but it's on its way and it will be filtering in throughout the morning hours, kind of keeping our daytime high temperature maybe about 6 degrees warmer than we are right now. So not a big jump in our temperature expected. 61 degrees Wauchula, 65 Arcadia, 62 Mayaca. Parrish comes in at 63, 62 degrees in Bradenton, 64 as I mentioned, Sarasota 65, and 66 in Venice and Inglewood, and Longboat Key comes in at 64. So across the region, dry. Across the entire peninsula this morning. That drier air is filtered in the frontal boundary that caused the problem. Well, I won't say problems, but we had some pretty rough weather to the north of us. That front is now located down to the south. We didn't get a lot around here, though. Becky in Mayaca reported in with her report that as she was driving home from work, she picked up a shower here and there, but her rain gauge at home picked up 4/10 of an inch of rain, which is nice. It's about what you'd get from your sprinklers, I suppose, if they're set correctly. So, some pretty decent rainfall in some locations, but it was few and far between, and it's not going to add a whole lot to the total rainfall accumulations for us. Drier air, indicated here by this tan contour, is sinking southward. That's good news. That means sunshine for us throughout the day today, through tomorrow as well, I think. As far as the cloud cover goes, it's already starting to erode away north of about, Dunedin or so. They're getting some clear skies there. We've got some kind of patchy clouds around, thicker clouds, more cloud than clear. But that's changing very rapidly as that drier air that I just showed you sinks southward. So a lot of sunshine in store for you today. And a nice little breeze to start off the morning as high pressure kind of builds in and provides us with this northwesterly flow. As the front continues to press south, as the center of the high pressure ridge builds over us, we'll start the winds decreasing in intensity as we progress into the afternoon. Now, the thing about the winds is that they may die down first, but the seas take a little bit longer to respond to the dying winds. So we'll still have a rip current issue again today, and watch for that if you're going to be in the water at any of the area beaches. Lifeguard flags are important to notice. Otherwise, the wind shifting to the east will provide a warm-up for us starting tomorrow. Minor warm-up tomorrow, but as we head into the weekend, certainly a more significant warm-up. Winds die down, less humid today, and cool tonight, too. As those winds die down and the skies are clear and the air is dry, the air will lose its heat pretty quickly overnight, and we'll be left with nighttime lows in the 50s, low 50s probably, some places even upper 40s. So some chilly temperatures tonight. Northwest wind decreasing in intensity as winds shift to the northeast. That'll bring you a moderate chop today, boaters. And the forecast calls for the next chance of rain Saturday night into Sunday as temperatures warm. Back to you.
All right, thanks so much, John. Taking a look at traffic this morning. Looks like Skyway Bridge is free and clear, but keep an eye out for those heavy winds. Moving towards Manatee County, traffic picking up throughout some of the areas, but nothing to be concerned about. More in Sarasota County. Looks like there is an accident at Rockefeller Avenue and Mayflower Street. Now that is south of Clark Road, so keep an eye out for that if you're heading out the door this morning. We also have a live look out in University Parkway. Now that is a heavily trafficked area, so keep an eye out for construction workers, those cones in the roadways, and the traffic patterns. Usually that traffic picks up heavily throughout the morning, so as you're heading out the door, keep an eye on the roadways and your hands on the steering wheel. As we mentioned, heavy winds this morning. Back to the maps, moving towards South County in Nokomis and Venice. All is clear, pretty quiet as you head out the door in that direction.
All right, 6:19 right now. It's a scam against grandparents making a comeback. An apparent desperate call for financial help from a young relative. As
many are finding out, the caller isn't their grandchild at all. It's a scammer, and they're getting millions of dollars out of it. ABC's Lana Zach has more on how you can protect yourself from becoming a victim.
Richard Stoley would do anything for his family.
My first thought was, I want to help.
This unconditional love is just what scammers were counting on when they called his office phone pretending to be his grandson.
This young voice said, "Hi, Grandpa." I said, "Who's this?" He said, "It's Kenny. Don't you recognize my voice?"
But it wasn't Kenny. It was a con artist with a story about getting into trouble with the law and needing money for bail, called the grandparent scam. It's happening across the country.
Perfect victim is somebody living alone over the age of 65. They'll volunteer who they're wishing you were when you would call.
Many thieves will do their research, collecting details about their victims to make their stories more believable. Stephanie Zimmerman is the ABC News fixer who solves a wide range of consumer problems.
Sometimes they purchase stolen information, stolen names and phone numbers. They also scan obituaries, and they look for family relationships.
But the AARP is trying to fight back, offering these tips. First, hit pause and call around.
So if you receive that phone call, stop, take a breath, slow it down.
Second, guard your personal information.
The scammers will do anything to get information about you.
Third, ask questions that only the real person would know, things that can't be found online, like what did I send you for your birthday, or what did I call you as a child? And of course, if something doesn't sound right, just keep asking questions. That's what Richard did, and it saved him from getting scammed.
Apparently, the request for home address rattled him, and he hung up.
If you are contacted by one of these scammers, report it immediately. The FBI says that they are highly sophisticated, and you shouldn't feel that there is a stigma attached with having fallen victim. Lana Zach, ABC News, Washington.
I guess watching this, how wouldn't a grandparent recognize the child's voice? But the call is so quick and it just disconnects.
Right, and you know, in that kind of situation, a grandparent wants to help out as much as possible. Anybody would want to help out as much as possible, but be vigilant in keeping an eye out for that and being aware of scammers.
6:21 right now, still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast.
Manhunt is underway for a murder suspect after 2 girls were found dead on a hiking trail in Indiana. We'll show you who they're looking for after the break.
There's a whole new way to bank with Achieva Checking Plus. You get new features like cell phone protection for 3 phones, plus an interest-bearing account. And that's good to know. Discover all the benefits at achievacu.com. Achieva, banking for good. Achieva Credit Union is federally insured by the NCUA.
Go ahead. Make a fashion statement. Demand something more than just ordinary. Capture elegance in every turn and drive with flair. Where beautiful styling is standard. Stop in and take a test drive. I'll guarantee you'll never go back to plain vanilla again. The all-new 2017 Fiat 500, starting at $14,999. Only at Sunset Fiat in Sarasota.
Is the debt beating you down? You need discipline. You need
The Debt Ninja. If you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS, you could be facing wage garnishments, levies, liens, property seizure, cancellation of business license, closure of business. The Debt Ninja fights your IRS debt. That's why you need The Debt Ninja. The Debt Ninja has found the best companies in the country who are on your side to fight debt. Want to learn if you qualify for the IRS Financial Hardship Program? Stop the IRS from garnishing your wages. Even if your bank account has been seized, if you have undeclared taxes, if you have existing IRS debt, it's not too late to call, so grab your phone now. Call the Debt Ninja at 800-945-0083. That's 800-945-0083. Settle your IRS debt to get the power of the Debt Ninja. Dial this number now, 800-945-0083.
Peace of mind is really crucial. The safety and security of this higher level of care, I think, is really important. Great nurses, great doctors, technologies that can really help when you are dealing with complications, high-risk newborns, or the infants that have medical conditions. This is the kind of care that we want at our public hospital.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
What does it mean when New South Window says Factory Direct?
It means we have a factory.
It means we eliminate the middleman.
It means you get an award-winning, energy-efficient window at factory direct pricing.
Plus, New South windows are made in Florida.
Ford Florida Home.
By Florida workers. Because we know Florida weather.
Right now, buy 2 windows, get the 3rd free, plus our lifetime warranty. New South Window. We manufacture, we install, we guarantee. Call now.
There's a whole new way to bank with Achieva Checking Plus. You get new features like full ID theft protection, and that's good to know. Discover all the benefits at achievacu.com. Achieva, banking for good. Achieva Credit Union is federally insured by the NCUA.
Beautiful shot looking out of our tower cam toward the skyline. Downtown Sarasota, 625. You can't really detect how windy it is out there, but you'll know when you head out the door this morning.
Yeah, actually, we were looking at the tower cam earlier, and one of them was shaking a little bit because of the wind. So, like we said, can't see it right now, but it's a little chillier out there than expected.
Yeah, definitely a change. All right, 625 right now.
Well, a tragic story out of the Midwest as a desperate search is underway this morning for a killer in Indiana.
It doesn't get much worse than this. The bodies of 2 teenage girls found on a hiking trail. Details from Alex Perez.
In this morning's GMA First Look, mystery in a small town. Indiana authorities on the hunt for a killer after the horrifying murders of 13-year-old Abigail Williams and 14-year-old Liberty German. About 1 p.m. Monday, a family member dropped the girls off for a hike along this nature trail near Delphi, Indiana. At 2:07 p.m., Liberty Snapchatting this picture. A loved one went to pick up the girls about 3:30 p.m., but they never showed up. But by 12:15 p.m. Tuesday, their worst fears confirmed.
They were found deceased back here in the woods.
Overnight, authorities releasing this image of a man they'd like to speak with. Investigators believe he was on the trail around the same time as the girls. And coming up at 7 a.m., former FBI Special Agent Brad Garrett weighs in on the case live. With your GMA First Look, I'm Alex Perez, ABC News, Delphi, Indiana.
Traditional aerosols contain a lot of water, which falls down and spoils the experience. New Airwick Pure has 9 times more fragrance and less water. Experience great fragrance with less wet spray. Airwick Pure, more fragrance, less wet spray.
Hurry into Sam's Club and get a hot buy on a top-rated CertaQueen mattress set for just $398. That's $300 in savings on top of already low Sam's Club prices. It's premium comfort without the premium price, plus special financing available for a limited time only at Sam's Club.
Feel a cold coming on? Zicam Cold Remedy Nasal Swabs shorten colds with a snap and reduce symptom severity by 45%. Shorten your cold with a snap with Zicam.
Nobody likes a dog with bad breath. That's why there's Oravet Dental Hygiene Chews. Oravet cleans teeth and gets to the cause of bad breath. Ask your vet about Oravet Chews. Serious oral care made simple.
I love big bling for little Ching. That's why I only wear Spectralite diamonds from Created Gems. Or I wear nothing at all.
ABC 7 News at 7, weeknights.
Shop the President's Day event at Bacon's Furniture, where you'll find beautiful furnishings for your home at prices you will love. Look for the red tags for 20, 40, up to 70% off throughout the showroom. Save an additional 20% off our already low sale prices on Thomasville furniture. And don't forget, Bacon's has hundreds of items in stock and ready for immediate delivery. So this President's Day, shop the store that gives you more. Bacon's Furniture and Design in Sarasota. Nobody beats Bacon's.
Is your mop a dirty, disgusting mess? You need the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System, the only mop and bucket that spins the dirt away. A system that cleans practically anything and everything with super absorbent microfiber. Dip it in the washer side and the mess releases into the bucket. Then place it in the dryer side and push on the pedal. You get a clean mop pad that's practically dry and ready for more. And your hands will never again touch a dirty, disgusting mop. The heads are washable and reusable. Get the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System for just 2 payments of $19.99. You'll also get a Sticky Buddy, the reusable sticky roller that picks up pet hair and lint and washes clean in seconds. You can take advantage of our 2-for-1 Pick It Up special and get a second spin mop set. Just pay additional shipping and fee. And we'll upgrade you to free priority handling. So don't wait. Order now.
Call 1-800-394-1524 to get your Hurricane Spin Mop double offer. So hurry and call 1-800-394-1524. Call now.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Florida's last private island is a waterfront lifestyle like no other. This is Harbor Isle, just 5 minutes from the sugar sand beaches of Anna Maria Island. This sun-splashed paradise invites you to enjoy natural adventures and all the recreation of a tropical resort. Island coach homes and waterfront condos are now available from the high 400s. Don't miss the Luxury by the Bay event, Saturday, January 21st from noon till 4 p.m. at Harbor Isle. Water ski show, luxury cars, wine tasting, model home tours, and more.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the blingiest of them all? You are, with Spectralite diamonds, all gorgeous and affordable. Only found at Created Gems, where you always get big bling for little Ching.
Next on Good Morning Suncoast, several businesses across the country are expected to be closed today as thousands of workers may be staying home.
Plus, residents forced to evacuate their homes due to a brush fire in Polk County now starting to return. We'll have more.
And in South Florida, the search is on for suspects targeting the elderly and robbing their homes. We'll have details of the tricks they're using against the victims.
Live from the ABC 7 studios, this is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Good morning, Thursday now, 6:31. I'm Ray Collins.
And I'm Jacqueline Matter. Certainly a little chillier than expected this morning. High winds as well. Let's check in with John Scalzi, who can give us some more details on that.
Yeah, higher than expected. I don't know about that. And kind of, if you were watching the morning show yesterday, we kind of talked about temperatures dipping down a little bit with the front moving through. You know, I think we'll probably lose a couple more degrees this morning. We'll stay kind of flat as the sun rises in about a half an hour because of this cold air, or cooler air, I guess we should say, kind of draining down from the north. Winds are breezy, as you mentioned, coming in at about 10, but we've had some gusts over the last half hour coming in at around 23, 24 mile per hour gusts. So hold on to your hats as you head out the door out there. We're looking at quiet conditions in terms of the weather across the region. The front has moved through. It's down to the south. That's where the rain showers are. And as the sun rises just after 7, we'll see our temperatures rise, but not all that much. We'll be about where we should be at this time of year, which is colder than we have been for the last several days, only in the low 70s, maybe even in the upper 60s across the region. Cold night tonight, though. We'll talk about that coming up in a few.
All right, talk to you soon. Thank you, John. Suncoast traffic now at 6:32. Not too bad in northern Manatee County despite the wind. The Sunshine Skyway doing well. As you head northbound on 301, just shy of State Road 70, you might see some slowdowns right there. Nothing too bad, though. We've got a live picture for you right now of University Parkway at that overpass where the diverging diamond's going in. Right now, no problems. One of the busiest spots, though, on the Suncoast as the day progresses, so always be wary and go slowly around that major construction project on I-75 north and southbound. Heading back to the maps right now, Rockefeller Avenue accident at Mayflower Street around Clark Road, just south of Clark Road. Avoid that area, kind of two side streets right there. And in South County, no problems to report as you wake up on Thursday morning at 6:33.
Today, President Trump takes part in a congressional listening session and will speak to the president of Tunisia after a jumbled week at the White House so far.
And that includes the president's nominee for Labor Secretary withdrawing his nomination. Stephanie Ramos has details.
The sudden forced resignation of President Trump's national security advisor, Michael Flynn, is still shaking up the White House.
General Flynn is a wonderful man.
Standing next to Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, Trump expressing more outrage about leaks in the press than about Flynn's intercepted calls with the Russian ambassador before Trump even took office, and then lying about it to the vice president and the public.
I think it's very, very unfair what's happened to General Flynn, the way he was treated, and the documents and papers that were illegally, I stress that, illegally leaked.
But during the presidential campaign, then candidate Trump was all about the leaks.
WikiLeaks, I love WikiLeaks.
The president did in the end fire Flynn, weeks after learning he misled the administration. The FBI has yet to uncover evidence that Flynn promised anything to the Russian ambassador during his talks with him that would warrant charges. But the probe into Flynn is not over. President Trump is not commenting on reports that some of his campaign aides were in contact with Russian officials before the election.
It's highly disturbing, and it raises more and more questions that Congress has a sworn obligation to get to the bottom of.
We're looking for facts.
So far, FBI and intelligence officials have found no direct cooperation between Trump associates and the Russian government aimed at influencing the 2016 election. Authorities cannot yet say for certain if Trump associates knew they were dealing with suspected Russian intelligence, who often pose as business, political, and academic leaders. At the press conference with the Israeli Prime Minister, President Trump, he backed away from a decades-old U.S. policy for Mideast peace through a two-state solution, and basically says he'll leave it up to Palestine and Israel to decide. Stephanie Ramos, ABC News, Washington.
In an effort to speed up the fight against ISIS, more U.S. troops could be heading overseas. The Pentagon has come up with a proposal to send more ground troops to Syria. The final decision, though, is up to President Trump, who has ordered his Secretary of Defense to come up with ideas to combat the terrorist group before the end of the month. Until now, only small teams made up of Special Operations Forces have operated in Syria to provide training and assistance. Immigrants across the country are expected to stay home from school and work today in protest of President Trump's immigration policies. The goal of the social media-born grassroots movement, dubbed A Day Without Immigrants, is to show the importance of immigrants in American society. Now, protests are planned in cities including Washington, New York, Chicago, and Boston. Organizers expect thousands of people to participate in solidarity.
To give the message that without immigrants, there's no America.
As a Filipino American, we are important. We are important to this country.
The restaurant industry expected to take the biggest hit due to the protests today. Several restaurants in cities like New York and Chicago have already announced they will be closed today to support immigrant workers.
That man accused of killing 5 people and wounding 6 others in a Fort Lauderdale airport shooting will appear in court this morning in South Florida. Prosecutors say 26-year-old Esteban Santiago flew from Anchorage, Alaska to South Florida and opened fire at a baggage claim area. Santiago has been indicted on 22 federal charges that could bring the death penalty. He has pleaded not guilty. In Orlando, the suspect accused of killing his pregnant ex-girlfriend and an Orlando police officer is being indicted now on 2 counts of first-degree murder. A grand jury has now formally charged 41-year-old Markeith Lloyd. The indictment is required for prosecutors to seek the death penalty in Florida.
We are eagerly anticipating a new statute from the Florida legislature, and at that point we will evaluate and determine whether we are seeking death on Markeith Lloyd.
Lloyd's ex-girlfriend was fatally shot at her home in December. Lieutenant Deborah Clayton was shot outside a Walmart while attempting to capture Lloyd. So Florida's latest attempt to get the death penalty back on track is moving forward in Tallahassee. A proposal that would require unanimous jury recommendations for death sentences received approval from the House Criminal Justice Subcommittee yesterday.
Cases ready to be tried in Florida. Some are picking juries as we speak. This is a real crisis in the criminal justice system. It's a crisis certainly for the victims, families of these terrible, terrible crimes.
Florida has been an outlier. Florida will continue to be an outlier after this bill is passed. If Florida is to continue to have a death penalty, comprehensive reform is needed.
Both the House and Senate measures face hearings next week before it goes to the floor for a full vote. The legislature resumes its session on March 7th.
Residents evacuated from their homes overnight due to a brush fire in Polk County are now starting to return. The evacuation orders were issued for Indian Lakes Estates around 7 o'clock last night. Now those residents were allowed to head back home at about 3 o'clock this morning. State Road 60 and County Road 630 remain closed due to that brush fire. Damage assessment will begin this morning as officials will also be giving an update on that fire today at noon. In Miami-Dade County, police are searching for 3 people accused of robbing several elderly victims. Police say Ricky Mitchell and 2 female suspects are going door to door, targeting those elderly victims.
They make you believe that you must know them from years ago. They confuse this person, and within moments, they've been robbed. They just rummage your house, see if they can find a wallet, a purse. That's what they take. Quick cash or jewelry that you may have lying around, and they're in and out in a couple of minutes.
Police say this kind of surprise robbery is common in Florida this time of year because of the increase in tourists. Mitchell is also wanted in California. In consumer news this morning, travelers looking to head north or west will now have more options to get there from Southwest Florida. Tampa International Airport is celebrating a new nonstop service to and from San Francisco on United Airlines today. That new nonstop service will now be available every single day. And at Punta Gorda Airport, Allegiant Airlines is kicking off their new nonstop service to and from Cleveland. The company is celebrating the new service by offering one-way flights for as low as $61. That's a great deal there. Flights will operate 3 times a week.
Governor Rick Scott will be at the Brevard Zoo, where he is expected to celebrate the new tourism numbers from last year. The state saw another record-setting year, 113 million tourists last year. That's about 6,000 more, not that many, than 2015. This is the 6th year in a row that the numbers have gone up in Florida.
Good news for fans of JR's old packing house in Sarasota. The cafe is now back and open for business. The cafe's building was severely damaged in a fire last summer that forced it to shut down. That massive fire also destroyed 2 warehouses. The restaurant reopened yesterday after months of repairs. It is located on South Packing House Road in Sarasota.
A lot of folks helped chip in to get that place back on its feet again.
Yeah, they did. It's a real local favorite. I know you're still exploring the areas around here. You got to check out JR's. They have, I think, one of the only venues that has live music on a nightly basis.
Yeah, they help local musicians quite a bit.
Yeah, they do.
I love
and
going
it's
places
kind of
with
kitschy
live
too
music.
when you go in.
It is, yeah.
It's cute. We have some very pleasant weather shaping up today. We'll talk about that right after this break.
There's a whole new way to bank with Achieva Checking Plus. You get new features like cell phone protection for 3 phones, plus an interest-bearing account. And that's good to know. Discover all the benefits at AchievaCU.com. Achieva, banking for good. Achieva Credit Union is federally insured by the NCUA.
Ideologue. I am an originalist.
Ace is a place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Does it really matter what type of light bulb you use?
We have a huge selection of bulbs. I gave Stella LEDs because they can last up to 20 years.
Ace is a place that knows a lot can change in 20 years. Except these light bulbs.
Hi. Sure.
Don't miss these February red hot buys on wild bird food and Scott's Bonus S Weed and Feed. 6 convenient Sarasota locations and now open in Bradenton, Northport, and soon Osprey.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Minnesota Flooring.
And for a limited time, Minnesota Flooring is offering you unbelievable pricing on tile and laminate. Porcelain tile only $1.59. Ceramic tile 99 cents. And 16 by 16 tile $1.19. Laminate flooring is only 99 cents. But these prices won't last. Don't miss out on these great deals. Hurry into Minnesota Flooring today.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad, and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Contemporary Cabinetry and Closet Concepts. Our strength is in building a relationship with our clients. Locally owned and operated for over 30 years. When you organize your home, you simplify your life. Call today for a free in-home consultation or visit the web at contemporarycabinetry.srq.com.
There's a whole new way to bank with Achieva Checking Plus. You get new features like full ID theft protection, and that's good to know. Discover all the benefits at AchievaCU.com. Achieva, banking for good. Achieva Credit Union is federally insured by the NCUA.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
Yeah, you can still see we have a little bit of cloud cover out here on our tower cam this morning, though the air itself is pretty dry. You get a nice long view out to the horizon of a very crisp image indicating some lack of moisture in the atmosphere, really not giving any kind of a mist around. So we're looking at very dry conditions over the next several days. I think we'll probably see a lot of dry air. Taking a look at the air temperature outside, we're looking at a 64-degree air temperature with a dew point of 55. That cloud cover, as I mentioned, but that's in the process of giving way to sunshine as we head into the next couple of hours. A north-northwest wind coming in at about 15. Our temperature will remain kind of flat through the morning hours. A lot of times after dawn at this time of year, you get a pretty rapid increase in temperature, but I don't think we're going to quite catch that rapid increase this morning. In part because of the cloud cover, in part because of that west wind, that northwest wind bringing down that drier, cooler air. It's a very stable air that's moving into the area, and it certainly killed off any showers that we might have. The frontal boundary itself located well to our south, taking all the showers with it. This dry air indicated by the tan colorization, That is what's going to put us into the sunshine as we head into the mid-morning and afternoon hours. I'm looking at a lot of sun over the next 24 hours, even 36 hours, I think. We have the clouds eroding away pretty quickly from north to south across the region as that dry air sinks in. Should be a beautiful night tonight. A lot of stars out. I don't think we're going to have any issues with cloud cover tonight. Now, that's a good and a bad thing, actually, for a lot of folks, I think, because along with the clear skies tonight, we're going to get this high-pressure ridge moving to the east. Now, as it does that, our winds are going to get a little bit lighter as well. So with the lighter winds and the clear skies and that drier air that's already in place at the surface, we're going to have a cool night. Temperatures will be around the 50-degree mark, so significantly cooler than even we're seeing this morning. And with the winds starting to shift to the east, that cool temperature overnight tonight will give way to a little bit of warming starting tomorrow and a much faster warming as we head into Saturday. So this is going to be just a brief little couple of day period of cooler air that's moved in. Winds die down, less humid afternoon, cool tonight. Those are the weather highlights that carry you through today and probably the next several days. As that dry air sinks south, a lot of sunshine over the Gulf waters, the deep south, the Florida peninsula. Everything looks pretty good. We will wait for the weekend when another area of disturbed weather comes out of Texas and brings us a chance of rain Saturday night. As far as marine observations of area beaches go, there's only one, the Comus, as of now, that shows any kind of moderate irritants in the air from red tide. Of course, all these change daily, and you're always invited to go to the website to check it out. Winds shifting a little bit out of the east could help this situation as we head into the weekend in terms of pushing some of those irritants out to sea. Northwest wind becomes lighter tonight and over the course of the next several days. Mild conditions, sunshine, dry weather. Saturday night into Sunday morning, chance of showers. Back to you.
All right, thank you so much, John. Taking a look at Suncoast roadways this morning. Looks like the Skyway Bridge is pretty clear this morning despite the high winds. Moving towards Manatee County, rather. Traffic picking up in downtown Bradenton, rather, but it looks like 301 State Road 70 not having a whole lot of issues. I-75 clear into Sarasota County. There is an accident in South Sarasota, looks like, towards Rockefeller Avenue. The accident is at Mayflower Street. Now that is south of Clark Road, so keep an eye out for that. We do have a live look at University Parkway where that diverging diamond is being constructed. As you can see, traffic picking up in that area as we head into almost 10 minutes from 7 o'clock this morning, so keep an eye out for the construction workers there, the cones in that area, and traffic in the cars in front of you as you are heading out the door. Moving back to the maps in South County, Venice, normal pickup throughout that area, but I-75 clear in both the north and southbound directions.
All right, 6:49 right now. It's not too late for a flu shot this year.
The Sarasota County Health Department says the number of flu cases are slightly higher compared to this time last year. And usually the peak of flu season is in early February, but this year it's expected to peak a bit later than normal. Health officials say anyone who hasn't gotten a vaccine should get one now. It takes about 2 weeks after receiving the vaccine to have adequate protection against the circulating viruses.
Entertainment news, a rare chance for a Venice teen to open last night at Amalie Arena.
Hannah J. had the opportunity to open up for John Bon Jovi in Tampa on Valentine's Day. What a awesome opportunity there. The rocker opened a contest on Facebook saying he would choose local musicians across the country to open up for his shows near their hometown. Hannah J. was picked to represent the Suncoast. Now, we caught up with the 16-year-old musician, and she said she was excited to perform 5 of her own songs for a large crowd.
It's definitely a big leap to go from the Performing Arts Center in Venice to Amalie Arena.
I'm so proud of her. Even though I've always seen this for her, to actually see it happening is just overwhelming.
Wow, well, congratulations to Hannah J. She is no stranger to performing for large crowds, though. She recently sang the national anthem in front of 62,000 people at a Tampa Bay Buccaneers game.
It's so good of John Bon Jovi to encourage local talent like that. We'll have to see if any of the folks who open get big after this tour.
That's awesome. Great opportunity for her, and I'm sure many musicians across the country.
Yeah. So. We'll recap local headlines and have more weather after this.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com for Chef Judy's favorite recipes, restaurant guide, and more. Go to mysuncoast.com/dining.
Come out to the best party of the season, the Goodwill Mardi Gras Gala on February 28th at Michael's on E. Tickets at experiencegoodwill.org.
Hi, I'm Joan London, and if you're worried about your parent or a loved one living alone like I was, and you want reliable senior care information, then call A Place for Mom, the nation's largest senior living referral service. You'll get free information on assisted living, Alzheimer's care, nursing homes, even important financial information.
They had obviously researched every place, not just given me names. They found me a place for what she could afford, and it was magnificent.
We're now very confident that she's safe, and they just helped every step of the way, and I can't thank them enough.
So if you're struggling to find reliable senior living information, call A Place for Mom. This is a free service, and you can trust them to help you.
Call right now to get your free Senior Care Compass ebook. Find out about the 5 best-kept secrets on financing senior care and assisted living.
Call now, 800-290-0352. 800-290-0352.
In town? On the town, The Mark offers landmark living in the center of everything you love about Sarasota. Priced from the 700s, spacious residences and elevated club-level amenities create a private oasis in the sky. Promenade shopping and dining put the best of downtown downstairs. Sales gallery open daily at the corner of Pineapple and State Street just south of Maine. The Mark, Sarasota. Presented by Coulter.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Hurry in to Sunset Dodge, Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota for big savings on some of America's best vehicles. Over 100 standard and available safety features make the new Chrysler Pacifica a safe investment for any family. And right now, you can buy one for just $24,999 or save up to $11,000 on a new Ram Crew Cab during Ram Truck Month. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
Welcome back. 6:54 right now.
Now let's check local headlines before you head out the door this morning.
Big turnout for a candidates forum last night in Sarasota. 8 candidates vying for 2 seats on the city commission. The election's March 14th. Now, despite neighbors' concerns, the Manatee County Commission voted in favor of mosaic phosphate mining in Mayaca City. And how to pay for the Braves' new spring training complex in Northport, if it happens, that is, the Tourist Development Council will talk about the funding this morning at their meeting in Venice.
Taking a look at traffic this morning, looks like roadways picking up throughout Manatee County, but nothing to be concerned about as you head out the door. Moving towards Sarasota County, traffic picking up in downtown Sarasota and on Bee Ridge Road, but I-75 free and clear of any traffic as you head throughout South County. Venice having its normal pickup, though, as you head out the door.
A cloudy, breezy start to the day, but sunshine breaks out with a daytime high temperature of about an average 71. Tomorrow, a little teeny tiny bit warmer, but still dry, low humidity. Chance of showers Saturday night into Sunday, but most of the day over the weekends look great.
All right, good to hear. So the wind was not a total surprise.
You know, I think we kept the wind speeds perhaps a little lower, but we kept the temperature about where it was and the humidity about where it was, although I think I kind of underestimated the amount of rainfall we were going to get. I thought we'd get a lot better coverage than we got.
Yeah.
But at least we didn't get the severe weather, which we like.
Always good when we don't have that.
Yeah.
All right, stick around. Good Morning America's coming up next.